What's going on, Reset TV? It's your boy GA. And I mean, everybody's making a video about this Diddy, DV situation with Cassie. And, let's get this out of the way. He was straight puss for what he did. I mean, that's any man. That's a given. We don't have to come out and reshape, a narrative like, we don't know what that was. That was deplorable, right? But I'm trying to give a different take, and I already know it's going to be unpopular, but I think it's important. It's two angles I really want to address. Number one, it's this. As much as we know that video was heart to stomach, right? First, I want to talk about just us regular folks. How many of you been around that or have participated in that and didn't say a damn thing? Didn't do anything about it? Hang around with people who's been through that, or rather been the Diddy subject in that situation and didn't care. I don't know what it is about being a celebrity, but it's like, that's the only time y'all care, when things happen to celebrities. I'm gonna continue to advocate for the less fortunate ones that don't have a voice. And that brings me to this argument. Cedric the Entertainer came out and said something. Yes, Cedric, who has been all up and down through Hollywood. Also Mysonne, he's a D-list celebrity, always comes out, try to ambulance chase. And, I was listening to his tirade on Diddy, and I'm not protecting Diddy, but Mysonne had the smooth music in the background, emotional music with the violins playing. And it's like, I feel like a lot of you dudes are trying to outdo one another, right? When y'all knew this is Diddy, the same guy y'all been around, parties and all that. I know you guys know these allegations. See, some of you young bucks are around the trolling generation of, we're gonna hop on the train and make memes and jokes about this. But in all seriousness, a lot of these elders in this community knew about a lot of this stuff. They knew, and it's not just Diddy. They know like for instance, Cedric the Entertainer, you know about the allegations with Steve Harvey. You ain't say nothing. That's your dog, right? That's your homeboy. Mysonne, you've been around a lot of guys that still promote degenerate music and a degenerate atmosphere within the culture, but you only call out the people you ain't cool with, i.e. you call out the academics of the world. I mean, you guys make me sick personally. And before y'all think I'm not defending Cassie, this is my belief and I stand on it. I stand on this. Cassie chose money over justice. Years passed. Diddy didn't get his just, due, because even with this video being released, guess what? The statutes of limitation has passed for the state to take over. Because if you guys don't know this, even if you're a woman, right, that you abuse or whatever, don't participate in the judicial system, the state can still take over the case, right? And they have enough evidence. But this evidence will only hurt Diddy publicly. That's it. Just the public image, right? But in a court of law, the only way he could be hurt is Cassie pursuing charges. But what did she do? Cassie chose the bag. I'm not necessarily mad at her, but Cassie got her bag. She chose money over justice like a lot of women do. And here's the thing. Cassie have had to know that video was out there for Diddy to really settle within a day after Cassie came out with allegations. Cassie, and I'm standing on this, Cassie knew she had access to that video. So I'm saying that for everybody saying, well, maybe Cassie was scared she wouldn't get a fair day in court, right? Because Diddy is this mogul, has all these connections, billionaire, all that. And I get it, but nah. If it's really about the sisterhood, if it's really about protecting women, forget the race, just women in general, who's gonna have the balls, which we know a lot of people in the past, women that is, have stood up, said, F the bag, I want justice. But Cassie didn't do that. If Cassie cared about all of you that got 2 cents to chime in on what Diddy did because a video came out and y'all knew y'all heard many allegations about him, I'm not trying to hear all that. She chose the bag, and we're gonna stand on that. She didn't choose justice where she could have saved a lot of people's credibility in terms of coming out, not just in public. Who cares about social media? Stand in a courtroom, look at your accuser and say, you know what? You did this to me. Because there's a lot of people that's been through worse than Cassie. And shout out to them. They had the courage to say, you know what? Even if it is about getting some money, we'll do that on the back end. On the front end will be justice. She didn't do that. So until she goes in a court of law, all I'm saying is, you men, stop trying to outdo one another about who cares about women's, what they go through and all that, because I don't believe you. I don't believe you. It's not something you come out and say because it's a high stakes news. You're dealing with a celebrity that's famous. No, it's something you do every day. The things that you see that comes across you, that's what you stand up to. And guess what? If you don't want to do it, no shade towards you. Long as you ain't trying to play Captain Save America when you know that ain't you. Mysonne, Cedric the Entertainer, and a lot of you gentlemen. Because at least Slim Thug came out and said, you know what? I messed up. I defended Diddy just off face, but I spoke too early. I was wrong, and like a man, he apologized. Now, that's another lesson for people like you, Slim Thug. Fall back and wait till things come out before you try to protect people publicly, because I don't know about protecting all you ninjas out here. And Slim Thug, I wonder if you would have protected the average black man out here, because I feel like a lot of you black celebrities only protect the reputation of other so-called gatekeepers, other, bigwigs out there. Y'all don't do this in your everyday life. And I'm not talking about Slim Thug necessarily. It's just this whole atmosphere of people pretending Cassie ain't take the bag. Cassie chose the bag over justice. You can tell me everything you want. Maybe she didn't want to go through that, the trauma and all this. But guess what? There's somebody else that probably got a story to share about Diddy, and it won't mean nothing because it will have to be evidence-based. The best evidence-based is not just a video of Diddy doing those harsh things to Cassie. It's Cassie herself coming out in court and standing as the face of this. She ain't do that. So I don't believe y'all fake protection. Y'all fake, dialogues out here on social media. Everybody got a story to share, but every day y'all don't stand on these things, these morals, these principles. It's like it's only when it's about a celebrity. So I just caught that. I don't know about what y'all think. Maybe y'all could share it in the comment section. I'm not even trying to get subscribers off this. Notice I'm not even telling y'all to do nothing, but I know what I watch, and I'm telling you, as working with actual victims, young and older, the worst thing we can do is, raise somebody up in a pedestal as a hero, but their silence perpetuates the abuse of others, especially a name like Cassie that ring bells. Imagine if she stood in court and F the video, spoke out in court, and I know in my heart there was access to this video and she never spoke on it. She chose the bag like a lot of people do. They chose the bag. They get to go live on with their lives, however it is, whether it's bad or good. But guess what? Everything perpetuates because Diddy won't be tried in a court of law just off of a video. Cassie would have to come in court and substantiate that because the statutes of limitation has passed to a certain degree where the state can come in on their own. But it's not even about the technicalities. I'm just reminding y'all, Cassie, after coming out with allegations, the next day chose the bag. Whether it was 30 million or not, she chose the bag versus justice. And I rest my case on that. What say y'all in the comment section? I'ma holla at y'all.
Fuck, you can't get on me. I might jump on the stage with a stick on me. Every cornerback with me got a pick on them. Every Glock in it